Upstream, it is a typical mountain river with a low flow of water in the winter, which rises with the thawing of the glaciers. Lake Constance then tempers the violence of the floodwaters.
After majestically passing through the town of Schaffhausen, its surface comes alive. It flows faster and, like the mountain torrent of its origin, throws itself into space to violently crash more than 20 meters below. We are in Switzerland, before the famous falls of the Rhine at Neuhausen. Spread out 150 meters wide, between 4 red limestone boulders, the river surges out like a giant white wave. It's the largest waterfall in Europe and one of the most beautiful natural splendors. One can reach the promontory in the center of the falls by boat, but the most grandiose view can be had from the medieval castle of Laufen, which dominates the break in the river.
After the falls, the Rhine stretches out into a vast basin, before flowing on, wide and slow, for the continuation of its European adventure. As for the more modest Verdon River, it silently toils away. For thousands of years it has been patiently gnawing at the Pre-Alps, the foothills of the Alpes de Provence in southern France. These form a sort of low mountainous belt, like steps towards the high summits. The massives are of limestone mountains which are tall and monumental in the north and less imposing in the south.
On this karstic or calcareous soil, the river's erosion has been particularly striking. Here, the Verdon has fashioned the longest and deepest canyon in France. The irregular depressions of the riverbed are due to tectonic deformations that occurred while the canyon was still being carved out. The drop reaches 700 meters at a spot called Bar de l'Escalès. Along the 21 kilometers of steep, sunken-in banks of the canyon, the Verdon offers some stunning scenery. Then it flows on toward the west, till it runs into the Durance River.
On the banks of this river begins the story of the Rochers des Mets, the May Rocks.